G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to review the Brownlow Medal of 2014. The winner was a bit of a surprise guest there. Matty Pritis won in the end.
Matty Pritis, yeah.
And you picked him as your roughie.
Yeah, I did. I think around mid-August or something. So,
Mid-August, yep.
Yeah, not too early, but I was onto it ever so slightly. Pump up my tyres a little bit there. I wasn't fully as surprised as some others, but still,
yeah.
It was a surprise event.
Yeah, it definitely was with I think a few other players maybe expecting to win it. Selwood, I think, was the clear favourite there, and you're going to talk about a few other players that were probably vying for contention.
Yeah, well, I was pretty confident on Selwood, but it just shows you just never know what's going to happen come Brownlow night. I mean, Dangerfield's a bloke that a lot of people wouldn't have thought would poll as much, and
how on earth did he get 21 votes? He had a couple of good games this year, but that was just pure rubbish.
I mean, I reckon it could be that when Dangerfield plays a ripper, where some others might get a 1 or a 2, he just stands out with the style of play that he performs. He's a 3-vote player, but yeah, I'm not sure how he got that many. Franklin was another that maybe surprised a few, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, he won so many games off his own boot.
Yeah, I think maybe a lot of people might have seen him not quite as high up, maybe sort of 5th or 6th, but you know, he couldn't argue with what he did.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
A couple of players that surprised for the wrong reasons were Lewis, Gray and Heppel. I often find that sometimes in the Brownlow it almost takes a bit of media recognition before the umpires fully cotton on.
Recognise.
That's not a go at the umpires, but it is a bit of a trend. I remember Josh Kennedy when he had that breakout season, I think it was 2012, and he's outstanding. A lot of people thinking Brownlow Medal chance.
Yeah.
Didn't poll many votes at all, but picked up in the second half.
Yeah.
I just think, Lewis missed out on some games where he had 37 and stuff like that, and it just takes a bit sometimes.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That's not a golden rule. It doesn't always be the case. The opposite is Jackson McRae. He polled the most for the Dogs. Libba didn't poll as many, and McRae was a wild card early. But it's just an interesting little thought that sometimes it takes a bit of people getting to really see that geez, these guys are match winners. They are breaking this comp apart. Robbie Gray in particular was one that people probably think could win it.
Yeah,
and he didn't come close in the end.
I thought he'd be a big chance too, but like many people, I guess. But it's a bit like the All Australian. Do you think? Where it sort of takes a bit of a year or two to, we might leave that player sort of 50-50 in the 40 squad and sort of see how they go next year, and then might give them a bit of a crack come the time next year.
Matty Pritis didn't even make the All-Australian team, which is an interesting one.
Gave him a bit of a laugh there. I think maybe he's a bit better than Scott Pendlebury potentially, but it's so tough to pick who was going out, and because he's not a household name, it's sort of, we'll just leave him out there, even though he was the most consistent midfielder or the most consistent player.
So many good mids, but it's not a crime that he was out because all the other blokes deserve their spot as well. But any players that caught your eye? There was obviously one big name at the top that was getting pretty controversial at one stage. But
Patrick Dangerfield?
Yeah, and Nat Fyfe likewise was right up there.
Yeah, well, as I said before, I don't know how Dangerfield got 21 votes. He played a few good games, as I said, but I think just sometimes the name just sort of can outshine the actual performance from the player. So, and I mean, there's some players that just poll well, like Stevie J. He got 19 votes, and he had a pretty ordinary season. He had a good start, but certainly just when there was a chance to get 3 and he had a relatively good game, he just got him ahead of Selwood at times, but. Yeah, no, Nat Fyfe, maybe a bit of controversy, but it was good that Britters actually beat him. Fyfe got 25 and he essentially missed 4 games for the year, so to think what could have happened had he just played one more. But I guess even if he did play one more, he still would have had 3 weeks worth of suspension and thus would be irrelevant
very
anyway.
Glad that he didn't finish with the most votes, so.
Yeah, because then you never want to be the man that wins by default, so. Yeah, and Gary Ablett, 22 votes with 7 games to go. I mean, that's just there's another talking point unto itself. So Ablett wins it, 5 comes second, Pritis comes third. If the seasons were nice to them, but they weren't, and that's sort of how it panned out. But moving on to the mark and goal of the year, They showed that on Brownlow night. What were your sort of thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, I couldn't disagree, to be honest. I thought Wingard took Mark of the Year. It was a great grab. Nothing better than... I mean, the spec is always fantastic, but just one out is a bit more difficult, and plus a bit of Chad Wingard. Everyone loves a bit of that.
Yeah,
so,
he has that name to him.
Yeah, and another Port Adelaide player with the goal was Matty White. Yeah, I love that goal. I reckon it's fantastic. You don't... With all the zones and the players back and things like that, the running goal, which we used to see so much, you don't see it as much anymore. And I just thought it was fantastic how Morris did so well to cut him off. But then, White just took it into fourth gear and just
put on the afterburners,
burned him off and finished, which is extremely tough to do with so much back and forth running in the game. And he'd run half the field and slot it from 45-50. So I love that goal. But your thoughts?
It was a good effort. Can't disagree with Chad Wingard's specky. I'm not sure if you featured in two of them, but no, he just got the hair movement before the mark just to make sure he looked good when they took that snapshot. But good on him. It was a sensational mark and certainly a deserved winner there. Goal of the year. I think some might have mixed opinions and whether running goals are their goal or whether goals from the boundary are sort of what they like to see. But Bontempelli stiff maybe on two occasions this year. Maybe no Rising Star. I personally don't think he should have won the Rising Star because he had a few good patches and wasn't there around for the whole season. Unlike players like Louis Taylor and stuff, but this isn't about the Rising Star. It's about goal of the year. All Bontempelli's goal was great because he made a mistake early on, conceded the goal, could have cost them the game. He snaps one on the left and then, or he might have did this one earlier, but just his effort, defensive effort to get the ball off the player's tackle, do a bit of a pirouette and snap around the corner from near impossible angle and to go through the way it did to win in the game. I thought it was just sensational. So I thought probably deserved it, but Matty White's goal was very, very amazing as well. So
I think, like you said, it might come down to personal preference of what you consider is a better goal and more difficult.
Yeah, good luck picking that out. But those are thoughts on the Brownlow Medal for 2014. Comment any thoughts you have on it. Also, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to us as well. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, so help us out. We need help big time. Calling in for reinforcements, so that'd be spectacular. And thanks heaps for sticking around, and we'll see you guys all soon.